Millennium Computer's fast online tutorials for budgets and forecasting. A budget transfer is a decentralized budget admin transaction, and this session explains how to create a budget transfer and then submit it for approval. You can select New Budget Transfer from the menu, or you can use a convenient one-click option on the Quick Launch menu. I'm going to click Create New Budget Transfer, but you can also open existing budget transfers from the Quick Launch menu. The first part of the budget transfer is to create the header record, which holds the basic information. You can search for the organization code, but since I know what the code is, I am just going to type it. There are several different ways to add the date. You can type the date, or click the calendar icon and select a date. You can also hover the mouse over the date field to open a pop-up of the shortcut keys. Pressing the space bar is a shortcut to use today's date, and that is what I'm going to use. You also need to select a budget series and budget type from the lists. I am just going to use the defaults. Add a meaningful description and then click Save. The following changes take place. The budget transfer number is assigned. Created by displays your username. The status displays as in progress. The coding section opens. Icons open on the bottom left, and I'll go over those later. And at the bottom right, Add New Budget Transfer displays in red. You can attach a document to make sure important information is transmitted with the budget transfer. Search for the file on your computer, and then upload the file. You can open the file and view it from here, or delete it if you no longer want it. To add coding, click the green Add New icon at the bottom of the page. Please note that the codes you can enter are limited by row level security. Click the magnifying glass icon to search for the fund code. I am typing the % to list all fund codes. After I click code 10100, it is inserted into the field. Tab to the next field, and if you know the code, you can type it. I am going to enter the remaining codes that way. All coding fields may not be on your page. It is an institution setting, as are which codes are required for a budget transfer. Add a comment about the coding line. Type a credit or debit amount. I am going to add another line of coding, so I am clicking the Save icon with a plus sign beside it. The budget transfer shows as not balanced. You can add an unlimited amount of coding lines, but I am going to add only one more to balance this budget transfer. Add the credit amount and then click Save. The budget transfer now shows as balanced. I'm going to give you a quick overview of what these icons at the bottom of the page are for, starting with Approval History. The Approval History pop-up shows the status of the budget transfer and who it has been sent to. You can open a copy of the budget transfer in PDF format with the option to print it. If you no longer want the budget transfer, you can click this icon to cancel it. Clicking this icon makes an exact copy of the budget transfer with a new number. Now that I'm ready to send this budget transfer for approval, I am going to click this icon that looks like a flying envelope. But before I do, I want you to know that I didn't forget the Excel import, and we'll show you that in a little bit. Approval comments display on the page. Now we have to search for an employee so we can send the budget transfer for approval. Type any additional comments you may have and then click Submit. The success message opens and you can click OK. Now I'm going to ask you to suspend belief for a second and imagine the budget transfer has been rejected and sent back to you to fix. From the menu, find the rejected budget transfer. You can see in the approval history that the status has changed. When the approver rejected the budget transfer, you would have received an email. The comments in the email ask you to import an Excel file from your computer, so we're going to click the Excel Import button. Search for the file on your computer, and then import it into the budget transfer. And now there are 2 extra lines of coding in the budget transfer, and when you are done, you can resubmit it for approval.